Morning. The vast majority of people would say that it is the worst and the most chaotic part of the day. However, it is wrong. That's why so many guys keep staying so confused and unsuccessful. Every day, they hit those snooze buttons, crawl out of their beds, somehow put on their clothes, half consciously make a cup of coffee, but still, they're gonna be sleepy and unproductive for all day long, till the late nights scrolling through Instagram, and finally falling asleep at 2 a.m. and the cycle repeats. Don't you think that this day is ruined? Do you think successful people achieved all of that living in that shitty state? You could guess that this lifestyle will lead you to the complete opposite of success. So, you already made up your mind to become the best version of yourself. Then, what are you waiting for? Here are 6 things that every successful person has in their morning routine. This is Shoom, and here we go. Well, there is one more thing that I really have to tell you before everything that's gonna be in this video. It is the actual reason why we call it a routine. The one thing that without it you would never be as successful in any kind of activity is consistency. Having a strong routine is doing it every fucking day in the exact same time without even hesitating to do it or not. If my routine started at 6 a.m., it started at 6 a.m. every day until I decided to make it start at 5:30. So yeah, well, it sounds painful, but what were you expecting? Changing your lifestyle completely does require effort and willpower, in one way or another. So, well, now you are ready to dive in the greatest part. So, the first element of your morning routine is wake up time. Well, I don't really want to say that everyone should wake up early. Yeah, I know people that are more productive at night rather than morning, but still, I'm pretty sure that you haven't ever tried to walk at 5 a.m., so you don't know your peak hours. But if you are really confident that you're not a night owl and so you're more productive in the morning, then you could choose something like 6 a.m. Yeah, it is not really hard to do that. It is not that extreme. And so you could just wake up only 5 minutes earlier every day or even every week. And maybe after some time, you will eventually wake up at 6 a.m. But to kind of make it concrete, just kind of make a habit to waking up at the exact same time every single day, you should repeat it for a month and a half. Well, but if you have tried to wake up at 6 a.m. for the first time, after getting earlier and earlier with every day, then it doesn't create any problem. So, still, I suggest you to start right now, because this process is pretty lengthy. The second thing that almost everyone do in the completely opposite way, so they start the day in the worst case possible. But the successful, unlike them, have a single rule, and it is no phone in the morning. And I predict some guy would say, Andrew Tate told that he checks his phone the first thing in the morning. Well, okay, great for Andrew, but why don't you stop for a moment and think? Does he scroll through Instagram and watch some cat videos? Well, no. For sure he likely meant walking and creating rather than consuming. And if you could, really, if you could provide every single morning just one piece of valuable information, something like my insight videos, then it is incredible. I really support you in this, but take a look at yourself, like right now. Do you really create content or walk in your bed while looking at your phone? If you don't, then keep yourself away from it, like for the first thing, maybe an hour even and a half while you're awake. Really, I don't even set any alarms on my phone, so if I need one actually, then I just put it on my bracelet. It is a really convenient thing. And so again, just put your phone screen down and somewhere even out of your room, and don't touch it for 60 or even 90 minutes after waking up. Okay, so now we go back to the third habit that is really great for your mind, especially in the morning, and it is journaling. Well, simply, it's just this writing down your thoughts on paper, but as an addition, I want you to state three, really, just three things that you are grateful for in that moment. That shouldn't take much time, it is not that complex. Maybe 5 minutes will be enough. Maybe if you get into courage, it can go up to 10. But, well, what is the reason it is in our list? Well, the main thing is that it frees your thoughts before real work. Because usually, after waking up, you just kind of keep all of your ideas through that night and all of that emotions, and it can create such a problem so you can't focus on anything after doing your morning routine. But this journal is kind of a storage for all of your thoughts, all of that was teasing you during the sleep, and so you can get freshly, like in the best productive way, into that work, and you can achieve even more. And so it is just really great. You see, well, on my example, you don't see it, but my bed, it is right here. It is really close to the working space when I make my videos or anything like that, like I study and all of that. And here are the journals. Well, they usually on this shelf where the camera is on, but here are they. Well, it is actually the second one, maybe you remember, but I've had another one, yellow one, so, well, I've started the second one, so why don't you start yours? Well, it's a really great thing. Just don't wait and start. And also a really quick reminder, why don't you subscribe to this channel? I really hope that my videos are really helpful and so you get the most information out of it. So I'm really thankful, yeah, really. Well, let's get back, and now it is time for habit number 4, which pairs really great with journaling, and it is meditation. Well, not that religious thing, like such as Buddhists do, but it is a lot more simple than that. And have you ever heard or seen maybe Shaolin monks? Well, you all know that they are really strong, both mentally and physically. They can be really calm in some moments. And so, how do they achieve it? Well, they meditate consistently. And so, successful people took it and implemented this. So, they use it for the same reasons as journaling. They free up their minds to just start working more productively and just feel better. So while meditating, you also become aware and present, so you're more stable and less anxious. Well, that's a great thing, right? So how can you do that? Well, in short, there are only 2 sentences that can help you. Try not to think about anything, and 2, focus on your breath. So we don't have really much time. Well, I could tell you loads, but I have a great meditation guide, so if you want to know exactly how to implement this technique, and you are better to be one in it, then look at this corner. Also, the video link is in the description, so it is really great. We go to the 5th. Okay, so now we're at the 5th habit, and I'm really embarrassed to say this because so many guys haven't developed this, and it is really gross. Hygiene. Well, you see, you just undervalue yourself this way. Well, I don't oblige you on spending literal hours in that bathroom, but there is a bare minimum that every man should have. It is brushing your teeth, well, obvious, scraping your tongue, a must, but don't get excess with it, it can hurt you a bit. Also, well, shampoo and shower gel while you're showering, and deodorant, and simple skincare, even just splashing your face with ice water and a cologne just for the end. So, again, it is just a bare minimum, so you can add up something, but it is just kind of a baseline. And just don't lower your self-image and image in front of others this way. And here is the last and the sixth habit, and it is physical activity. Yeah, I named it physical activity because it can be whatever you want, like running, calisthenics, weights, anything. Like, as you know, after exercising, loads of different hormones is being released in blood, and one of them is cortisol. Well, it is just a hormone of stress, and coincidentally, cortisol is that very thing that makes you wake up in the morning. And so, the first reason successful people work out that early is that because it prepares their brain for work so they are not sleepy. And the second reason, which is a general benefit of workout at all, so it gives dopamine. Well, that real dopamine that I was talking about in previous videos. And so afterwards, you get into that state which is so great and productive. And you just crush all of those tasks. And to set goals, watch this video. Always be aware. I believe in you, love you, and see you soon. Bye.